All right, this is a video that doesn't hide the truth, and you're going to see the real reasons why you should start running today. I'll just, right off the bat, it makes you better at fucking fighting and having fun adventures. That's basically the main things. Now, what it does, it trains all the muscles in the body for them 3 activities. So basically, yeah, as well, and that includes self-defense, running away if you need to, as well as all the muscles. Every boxer, every fighter, they all run. It's just it just helps. It trains the core, it trains the legs, it trains everything, all the important shit, the cardio, the gas tank. Yeah, so basically, and for in the bedroom, it really trains all the core muscles, your gas tank, your legs, your glutes, everything that requires for all that saucy thrusting and stamina and endurance and all that stuff. It really makes a massive difference. I remember I went a long time without running, and I think I had some time off dating as well. So I lost a lot of that muscle for, maybe 6 months or even a year. I can't remember. But yeah, I remember getting back in the bedroom and I was just gassing out way too quickly. And I was like, what is the factor here? What's going on? And yeah, I basically hadn't been running for 12 months. So yeah, started running again, boom. Energy, strength, all came back. So that's a really important one. See, I thought cycling would have had me covered. Nah, no way. So makes a big difference for that. Now for confidence and, self-defense and fighting, basically, yeah, it trains all the most essential muscles for standing up, being able to, stand up, protect yourself, run away. Super critical. Yet again, I guess fighting, there's a bit of upper body, but very important, them core muscles, all the core muscles, core muscles used in everything. And yeah, I really have never heard of a well-known fighter that doesn't run, that never runs, no matter if they run long or short or every day or a couple times a week, they all run. And I'd say, having, regardless of the fighters, for self-defense and being able to run away or even, kick someone off you or whatever, as well, running is super important. If you can't run away, then it's very hard for, maybe to have some self-confidence in circumstances that are a bit hairy. So in them situations, I would always recommend running is the best self-defense. So I would recommend everyone that doesn't have very great self-defense skills, particularly women or anyone else that's never trained, then running is your number one. So, you do want to practice some faster sprints, but also, the endurance, what I'm talking, the sprints don't necessarily help build that crazy endurance and muscle that I'm talking about. I would recommend training, a 5K run if you can. If you're under 90 kilos, I would say if you're above 90 kilos, ride a bike as much as you can, lots of walking and hiking, but avoid the running till, you drop the weight, just to protect your ankles and knees and all that. So, but if you're under 90 kilos, get into it, build up. I recommend, there's a event called Park Run, which is a 5-kilometer running race, free event held all over the world. I'm not sponsored, but it's just a good community-based event that's free. And you just rock up there. And then unfortunately, when you first rock up there, you're probably going to get beat by an 80-year-old grandma. But that, that's pretty good motivation. So it's not necessarily a problem when it happens, because you'll be more motivated to realize you probably need to get fitter. But yeah, so extremely important for self-defense, being able to, run away. Just, anytime you're feeling tired or anything like that, but you still run. A lot of people don't train, a lot of dangerous people, they're not interested, they're just bullies, whatever. they probably can't run that as fast as you if you train it, you know. But you can't expect to run away in an effective manner if you don't train it. So I would really recommend for, you know, those people that, you know, maybe a bit more vulnerable, you know, really take the running seriously, you know, for if something ever happens, you know, you're capable, and you know, and you could run. There's other situations as well where you can help in emergencies, running to get help, you know, could be anything, running to get a kid off a road, running to all sorts of things. And then the third one is for fun and adventures. Now, for example, you know, my mum's reaching retirement, thinking about traveling, you know, extremely unfit. My mum is extremely sedentary. When I was younger, you know, she had some muscle mass in her legs. Now there's no muscle mass in her legs, and it concerns me greatly. You know, I wish she would start, you know, getting into jogging or even some body weight squats. But basically, she's going to be traveling, and how much better is traveling when you can walk all day long, walk and adventure, explore a whole city. Now, if my mum goes to a new city, she may be able to walk for an hour, maybe an hour and a half, and then she's tired, she's done, you know, she's done. So she's traveled across the world to, you know, only spend an hour and a half walking around, really absorbing in, you know, her little adventures that she's probably going to go on. So, you know, and that's just the most basic for the older people. But I'd say there's all sorts of adventures that you can miss out on. Climbing the highest mountain in your city or town or country or continent even. There's just so many adventures out there that you do need a bit of fitness. And running helps with all of that. Running, being a good runner would help with being a good rock climber, would help with being, also, it helps you with being a good cyclist. It helps you all sorts of things. It helps you, you know, if you want to learn gymnastics, if you want to, you know, there's so many different adventures out there, you know. Running's just going to help with that. It's going to build the cardio base, the conditioning in the legs. It's going to strengthen your feet, your ankles, your calves, your knees, and your legs, your core, everything to stay upright, you know, and get the job done. It's going to make work easier, you know. Work's going to feel like nothing when you're a good runner. You can, you know, yeah, it just makes such a difference. So if you are interested in the adventure life, I would definitely recommend running. It's, yeah, it's just underrated. You know, most people overlook it. I'd recommend starting off with just a run once per week. I would say that's one of the best ways to build it and maintain it is a run once per week to begin with. You can go, you know, I'd recommend up to two times per week for a very long time until you're very, very conditioned, and then maybe you can do a bit more, but with lower intensity. But yeah, definitely I recommend, you know, trying to do some time trials, getting up, you know, starting off with slow jogs, building up to 5-kilometer time trials. That's a great one for not knowing that you can, you know, really go out there and do some serious adventures. So, you know, it's just, yeah. So, you know, do hiking, running, get out there. Yeah, I think I covered all the basics, but them three is, you know, fighting, fucking, and having fun is a major one. You know, it's probably going to make you a better dancer too. If you like going out dancing, running is going to make you a stronger dancer as well. So there's just a lot of benefits to it. And yeah, go out there, get out there on a run, all right? Watch some of my other videos as well if you want more tips. I've got a bunch of random tips, and yeah, a lot of interesting perspectives on some important shit, in my opinion. In my opinion.
Why were you dehydrated? Why are you dehydrated? Why are you dehydrated? Because not sir. I'll tell you why! Because you're not filtering the goddamn water!